In the field of botany, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the glorious Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the glorious Quran in Surah Al-Taha, chapter number 20, verse number 53, regarding the plants that they have pairs, males and females. And we know the plants, they have pairs, males and female. And the Arabic word used is azwaj, which refers to pairs. And even the unisex sexual plants, even the plants which, the unisex plants, they have distinctive characteristics of male and female. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala further says in Surah Al-Ra, chapter number 13, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says regarding the fruits that they are made in pairs, males and females. And we know the end product of the plant, it is the fruit, and it has males and females. So several scientific facts that are mentioned in the glorious Quran, which science has discovered recently. Furthermore, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Yasin, chapter number 36, verse number 36, that we have created everything in pairs. We have created the animals in pairs, and we have created things which you know and things which you don't know. So even the animals, they are created in pairs, males and females, and several other things as well, things which we know and things which we don't know. For example, even electricity, it has positive and negative, electrons and protons. In the field of zoology, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the glorious Quran, Surah Al-An'am, chapter number 6, verse number 38. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says regarding the cattle, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created the cattle for us, so that we derive milk from them and various benefits. So we derive milk and we derive various benefits from the cattle. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also says in the glorious Quran, Surah Al-Nahl, chapter number 16. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Nahl, chapter number 16, verse number 66, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions regarding the bee, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created the bee, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the bee, it finds its place, its habitation in hills, trees and other places. And it finds the spacious path of thy Lord with great skill. Inshallah, we'll take a break for the Maghrib Adhan to finish, and inshallah after that we will continue the lecture. In the field of zoology, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the glorious Quran, Surah Al-An'am, chapter number 6, verse number 38, that we have made every animal to live in communities. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the glorious Quran, in Surah Al-Nahl, chapter number 16, verse number 68 and 69, that it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who has taught the bee to live, to find its space into hills and into human habitation, and to find the spacious path of thy Lord with great skill. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks regarding the movement of the bee. And it was recently wherein it was discovered, where a person by the name of Von Fresh, he discovered regarding the movement of the bee. And he mentioned regarding this, that when a bee finds a particular flower or a garden, when it collects the nectar, so it goes back and tells its fellow bees the exact path, so that they will know where is that flower or that garden, through a process known as the bee dance. As I mentioned in Surah Al-Nahl, chapter number 16, verse number 68 and 69, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the movement of the bee, which science has discovered it recently.